The Indiana Fever just released exclusive footage from Caitlin Clark's first workout with Coach Stephanie White, so let's break it down.
WNBA ticket prices skyrocket, fans outraged over Clark tax. WNBA fans are furious as ticket prices to see rookie sensation Caitlin Clark hit all-time highs. Want a nosebleed seat? That'll cost you $400.
But I wanted to film a courtside club episode before I go out there. It's like a little warm up for me. So wish me luck in the comments and I will definitely let you guys know how it goes. I'm also vlogging my experience here. So either tomorrow or Monday, you guys will see that video. So stay tuned for that. But with that, I do want to jump into this workout. I wanted to do kind of a live reaction with you guys and break down some of the things that Caitlin Clark is working on in her off season. It seems like she is looking to expand her game. So let's just jump straight into it. Let's watch it together. So I'm going to start this video around the 3-minute mark. She does a bunch of ball handling up in the beginning, but let's start it here. So with this drill, it seems like she's working on her balance and coordination. Obviously, you can't do this in a game, it would be a travel. But the fact that she's shooting off of 1 foot at the free throw line, I feel like a lot of people do work on that drill, but most of the time it's closer to the basket. But that's just a testament to Caitlin Clark's range. And then here we have Coach Stephanie White out showing her some moves. And I thought that this was cool. Like, obviously Caitlin has multiple trainers with her, but there's not a lot of times that a head coach also joins their player for skill-specific workouts.
Here's the kicker, single game tickets aren't even an option. To see Clark in action, fans are being forced to buy entire season ticket packages. This move has basketball enthusiasts across the country calling foul on teams like the Minnesota Lynx and Phoenix Mercury, who've implemented what fans are dubbing a Clark tax, the Caitlin Clark effect. Caitlin Clark is no ordinary rookie. She's a phenomenon. Her record-breaking college career drew millions of viewers, selling out arenas everywhere she played. Fans have been eagerly waiting to see her bring her game-changing energy to the WNBA. But instead of making this moment accessible to fans, some teams are using her star power to inflate prices to unprecedented levels. A new barrier for fans. Take the Minnesota Lynx, for example. They're offering season and half-season ticket packages, but if you want to see Clark when her Indiana Fever comes to town, you're out of luck unless you buy one of those packages first. Imagine being a lifelong basketball fan, saving up to take your family to see Clark. Now, you're being told you need to commit to a season-long package costing hundreds, if not thousands, of dollars just to get access to a single game. It's like going to your favorite restaurant and being told you can only order the special if you buy an entire year's worth of meals up front. What fans are saying? Fans aren't taking this lying down. Social media is on fire, with posts comparing WNBA ticket costs to NBA games and even major concerts. One fan pointed out they could fly to another city, stay overnight, and still spend less than the cost of these inflated ticket packages. Grassroots campaigns are popping up, too, with hashtags like #FairPriceWNBA and #ClarkTax trending as fans call on teams to rethink their pricing strategies. Missed opportunities for the league. What's most disappointing is how this impacts the WNBA's growth. The league has spent years trying to prove that women's basketball deserves the same respect and investment as men's sports. Caitlin Clark represents a once-in-a-generation opportunity to draw in new fans and
And the fact that Coach Stephanie White is there, she's jumping in on it, she's watching Caitlin Clark's movement, like that's cool to see. I also noticed many times throughout this video, the coaches here are like giving her, not like pushing her, but giving her some physicality. And that is something that a lot of people have also been talking about online with Caitlin Clark. It seems like she has already gotten a little bit bulkier since the end of the season. Now, I don't know if that's because she has been just straight in the weight room getting her reps in, or if it's the fact that she played like an entire NBA season with college and her first season in the WNBA, and she pretty much played like 40 minutes a game. So I don't know if that was her just losing weight because she was playing so much, or if she's actually bulking up, but she does look really strong here. And she is working on she's working not only on shooting, she's working on mid-range, she's working on floaters, she's working on taking it to the hoop. And I think offensively with Caitlin Clark's game, there's really not that many flaws. And I know that sounds crazy to say, but there is places that she can improve. And I think it's going to be very hard to guard her if she really masters her touch at the basket, her floater game, her mid-range, and then also the long threes that everyone knows and loves. And here she is with just some simple pull-ups at the elbow.
The WNBA's place in the sports world. Instead, by pricing out families and casual fans, teams risk alienating the very people they need to grow their audience. Solutions in sight? Some teams are taking a smarter approach. The Chicago Sky, for instance, plans to move Clark's games to larger venues while keeping prices reasonable. They're focusing on filling seats and building long-term fan loyalty, not just cashing in on a short-term payday. Mini packages, which bundle a few games, including one featuring Clark, are another promising idea that makes her games more accessible without forcing fans into a full season commitment. What happens next? The WNBA is at a crossroads. Will teams listen to fans and prioritize accessibility, or will they continue down this path, creating barriers for the very audience they've worked so hard to reach? For Caitlin Clark, who's built her brand as a role model and champion of the game, this situation must feel out of sync with everything she stands for. As the 2025 season unfolds, one thing is clear: fans are watching closely, not just on the court, but in the stands. Caitlin Clark and the WNBA ticket controversy, a slam dunk or a missed opportunity? Tickets to see Caitlin Clark play in her rookie WNBA season are becoming an elusive, and shockingly expensive, dream for many fans. Occasionally available and priced at over $400 for nosebleed seats, these tickets aren't just costly, they're rare. And we're talking about seats so far back that you'd need binoculars to see the players. For comparison, these prices are reportedly 3 times higher than regular WNBA tickets. Worse yet, in some cases, you can't even buy a ticket for Clark's games unless you purchase a full season package. A game changer for women's basketball. This situation underscores just how much Caitlin Clark has changed the narrative around women's basketball. For years, critics doubted the sport's ability to generate excitement, fill arenas, and draw in serious revenue.
And I love the cadence. Like, if you watch here when she goes between the legs to a pull-up, it might seem like such a simple move, but what she's really working on is the timing of all of it, because there is a little pause, there is a little dip that you give before you go up for that shot. And then here she is again working on her stability and one-legged shots. I thought this was interesting because she does this so much in the workout. Jumping off of left foot, right foot, side to side, front to back. And that is also something that I've been thinking about as well, just with the physicality of the WNBA, with how many minutes Caitlin Clark plays. Not only working on her stability here on the court, but I think she's going to have to do like some band work, some different things to protect her knees and to protect her ankles. She seems prone to like rolling her ankles. She's like sprained her ankles a few times that I've seen in the past couple years. But that is something for the longevity of her career. I also hope that the Indiana Fever works on that with her, like working on the soft tissue, those little muscles, because she is pushed around, thrown around a lot in the game. Obviously stopping for some free throws, make 2. Now it seems like they are backing up behind the three-point line. And again, I love Coach Stephanie White jumping in here. It just shows her investment into Caitlin Clark as a player. Coming off the high screen, that's obviously a play that they're going to run a lot next season. A lot of this too, they're focusing so much on her mid-range game, which she has that in her bag, and I think a lot of people are, so much expect her to just be launching threes. In the mid-range game in the NBA is completely dead. So I kind of love the fact that she's still working on it. Another floaters, this time to a bank shot.
College career, she didn't just play basketball, she made it a cultural event. Her game set viewership records, transforming casual fans into diehards. Arenas sold out, not just at home but across the country, as people flocked to see her in action. She made women's basketball must-see TV and drew national attention to the sport. A misstep in growing the game. Instead of capitalizing on this momentum by making the game more accessible, some WNBA teams are taking a different approach, cashing in. They're demanding fans pay premium prices or commit to full season packages to watch Clark play. This isn't just about money, it's about accessibility and fairness. Families hoping to give their kids the chance to see their basketball hero are finding it nearly impossible. For parents who've saved for months to afford a memorable outing, being told they have to buy an entire season's worth of tickets turns that dream into an unattainable luxury. It's not just families being priced out. Independent journalists, content creators, and photographers who help promote the league are also being locked out. Without media passes, many of them can't afford season packages just to cover a single game. This means fewer stories, photos, and social media buzz about the league, all at a time when visibility is crucial for growth. Fans react, a movement gains momentum. The fan response has been swift and explosive. Social media is buzzing with screenshots of exorbitant ticket prices, with fans comparing the cost to NBA games or even major concerts. Some have pointed out that for the price of season tickets to one Clark game, you could take a trip to multiple cities and still spend less. Grassroots campaigns are gaining traction. Hashtags like #FairPriceWNBA and #Let'sFreeClark are rallying fans, while some season ticket holders are offering to share their packages to make games more accessible. Lessons from history, and a warning. This situation isn't without precedent. During the Michael Jordan era, some NBA teams used similar tactics, leveraging his popularity to boost overall ticket sales. But here's the key difference: it's 2025. Fans have countless entertainment options, and social media ensures that questionable practices face immediate backlash. Adding to the irony, some executives claim the high prices are about protecting home court advantage. They don't want Clark's games to feel like away games, flooded with her enthusiastic fans. But think about that, teams are so concerned about having too many supporters in the stands that they're actively locking them out. A moment of truth for the WNBA. The WNBA has worked tirelessly to build its reputation, convincing sponsors, networks, and fans that women's basketball.
I was never good at bank shots, like of any kind. The only bank shots I was good at was layups. Anything else beyond a layup, beyond the block, I was never, bank shots were not. They are so much harder than you think they are. But that's just her soft touch in the top corner. Oh, so now they're going with the lefty. Left hand? Yep, left hand. I love that too. That was something that was so emphasized in my generation, or at least with the programs that I grew up with, like utilizing your left hand. And I see so much in the women's game with layups on the left-hand side. A lot of women use their right hand, and that was something like I learned left hand all the time. Like I would shoot with my left hand as well, like if I was in that area. So I like that Caitlin Clark does that too. I think if you do it properly, it's so hard to guard if you have both hands that you can use when you're on either side of the rim. Again, Coach Stephanie White jumping in here. Little crossover. It seems like most of this workout, she's working on her touch around the rim and she's working on her mid-range game. And that's maybe something too, like Caitlin Clark is fast. She's not the speediest of all, but she has really like good handles, doesn't turn the ball over too much by just getting stripped. And she'll be hard to guard if you have to guard her more, like more downhill, essentially. Because if she can beat you off the dribble and get to the bucket, we already know that she can stop and pull up from literally anywhere on the court, even at the logo. Like, that is one thing that's really impressive. Oh, I guess here she's going to the three. That's something that's really impressive with her game is her start and stop. Like, she can be going full speed and then pull up for a three anywhere. And that comes down to footwork. That comes down to a lot of things. It looks like she's just doing spot-up threes now.
Instead, this controversy risks turning that celebration into frustration. For fans, this controversy is personal. Social media is flooded with stories of disappointment from people priced out of seeing their favorite player. One mother shared how she'd been saving to take her daughter to a Clark game, expecting to pay around $200 for decent seats. Now, she's looking at over $400 for nosebleeds, or being forced to commit to a season package she can't afford. But fans aren't just venting their frustrations, they're organizing. Grassroots campaigns with hashtags like #FairPriceWNBA and #Let'sFreeClark are spreading online. Some season ticket holders are even offering to share their packages with others, creating informal ticket-sharing networks to ensure more people can see the games. Even Clark's teammates and opponents are feeling the strain. While her popularity benefits the entire league, policies that treat her games as premium while others are regular could create tension and affect team morale. For a league that's just breaking barriers and stereotypes, creating new ones is a troubling step backward. Business missteps and missed opportunities. Industry experts warn that this could be a significant miscalculation. The WNBA has a rare chance to convert casual viewers into lifelong fans. Instead of embracing that opportunity, some teams are erecting barriers that could drive people away permanently. Contrast this with teams taking a smarter approach. The Chicago Sky, for instance, plans to move Clark's games to a larger venue while maintaining regular ticket prices. Their strategy focuses on increasing accessibility and building a broader fan base. Other teams are exploring mini-package deals, smaller bundles of 3 to 5 games, including one Clark game, to strike a balance between revenue and affordability. The bigger picture, protecting Clark's brand and the league's future. This controversy doesn't just affect fans and teams, it reflects on Caitlin Clark herself. Known for being accessible and inspiring young girls, the idea of pricing families out of her games runs counter to her brand as a role model. Insiders say Clark is deeply uncomfortable with the situation, and the league's silence hasn't helped matters. Behind the scenes, the WNBA is reportedly discussing potential interventions. If teams are allowed to create a system where top-tier games become a luxury, the league risks undermining its mission of inclusivity and accessibility. A crossroads for the WNBA. The WNBA is at a turning point. The decisions made in the coming months will shape the league's future, determining whether it becomes a beacon for women's sports or a cautionary tale of missed opportunities. Fans are making their voices heard, and teams face a choice: double down on profit-driven strategies or listen to the public and adjust course. This moment isn't just about Caitlin Clark. It's about setting the tone for the next generation of players and fans. Will the league rise to the occasion and seize this opportunity for growth and unity? Or will short-term greed overshadow long-term potential? One thing is certain: the 2025 season will be unforgettable, both on and off the court. The WNBA's growing pains, balancing success, fans, and the future of women's basketball. The WNBA.
She doesn't get very many in the corner because normally she's the one bringing the ball up. What is this, like 9 for 10? And they are obviously they're doing cuts. She might have missed more in this workout than they're showing. But I think she's missed like one shot so far that they've shown. Which, fair, I do that too on my Instagram. I think her sweet spot, honestly, it's where she shoots at the most, is the wing. Like the behind the arc in the wing area over by that hash, which was actually my favorite place to shoot threes as well. This shot right here, this one is hers. I love with the women's ball as well, because it is white and orange. You can just see the rotation of the ball and how much backspin that she has on it. Yeah, this is just so automatic for her. I wonder how many three-pointers she's focusing on getting up per day, if there's a set number that she tries to hit, if there's a goal that she needs to hit, or just amount that she wants to get up. Is that it? Free throws, of course. I think 100 free throws at the end of practice is like key. When you're doing an individual workout like this, I say minimum 100. It doesn't really take that long. especially for someone who hopefully is going to get to the line more this season if they start calling more fouls on her, and especially if she's going to be driving to the bucket. Free throw for me in games was always like a form check. Even if I wasn't shooting well from beyond the arc, I actually liked going to the free throw line because it put my form back in its, like, that was just such an automatic place for me. I could shut my eyes and shoot free throws because I shot so many of them in practice. So I love that she's getting those up there. I think that's it. I love that they did so many things. You know, a lot of people are probably going to this video and thinking, oh, she's just going to be jacking threes or working on those logo threes. Like, no, at least from what we saw, she just did spot shooting at the very end, but she was working so much on her ball handling, on her specific moves, getting to the rim, mid-range game, floaters, all of those things. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, if there's anything that stood out to you about this workout, if there's anything that you truly liked about it, or if there's a part of Caitlin's game that you think that she needs to work on for this next season. Let me know all your thoughts in the comments below. Of course, thumbs up this video if you enjoyed it, and click that little subscribe button because we are uploading new videos every single weekday until Christmas Day, and I think we're on day like 7 or 8 of Radmas. I'm losing track, but we only have a few videos left. I hope that you guys are enjoying this series, and I'll have one more for you tomorrow. I'll see you guys then. Ooh,